Hello, this is the One Episode Rule podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, just barely wrangling our co-hosts into position before the episode. Jokers, like to introduce yourselves.
No, I'm good.
It's like herding cats in here. Hi, I'm Joey. Welcome to this one. Uh,
What does
what
that
have I
mean?
done this week? Oh no, I don't. I mean, hello, welcome to this one. I don't know. What do you mean?
Welcome
What does
to
that
this
mean?
one. It's another one. Sorry, guys, we're
Are
back.
you sure you wrangled us?
Sorry, we've returned.
What did I do this? I watched another episode of the 30-year anime. It
Oh,
was
yeah?
it was fine. It seems fine.
You having a good time with that?
Wait,
I'm having a
is that
decent
the one
enough
with the
time.
butler boy?
No, that's the one with
No,
that's the one with the gay men.
I don't think you were
Oh,
here.
I wasn't
That
there
is
for that one.
that's the men's love anime.
Gotcha.
It's yes, men's love. They are businessmen.
They pay taxes. They have
Businessmen.
degrees. Um,
That's all I've done. I
That's all you
think.
got? Okay,
Well,
what's up?
yeah,
Oh,
mostly. No, go ahead.
okay. It's my turn. Mom said it's my turn to use the talking stick. I guess that's just a microphone. Hi guys. I'm Louie. I do shit this week? No.
Watched Kamen Rider. Oh
Oh, I
boy,
mean, we watched
this
Kamen
season
Rider,
of
but
Kamen Rider is wrapping up, and it's looking dire.
um, the working theory for my favorite character is he's either gonna die this week or become the president of society.
Both
that's
of these things are very bad.
that's how it works.
Yeah. So Lakia, I hope you're doing good. Why am I talking to you like you're a real person? Anyway, did I do anything else? Did we didn't watch it? We watched a bunch of anime openings.
Yeah, we did. We did. One of them might end up being relevant. More on that later.
I apparently I've seen Joey's sticks and I haven't. I don't remember what they look like.
He's influenced me, and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, apparently I'm just that good, I guess.
Would you
But
guys?
that's about it for me. Would you guys like some news?
Well, now I don't even want to tell you. Anyway,
Oh.
the news. So, in a press spot, the creator of Gintama, Hideaki Sorachi, has commented on the fact that his Ginpachi Sensei spin-off will receive an anime adaptation alongside a brand new Gintama movie. This comment is a description of the project as a way for dirty adults to squeeze more money out of a series that ended 6 years ago.
Oh,
Gintama ended?
did Gintama
6 years
end?
ago.
Whoa.
I didn't even know that.
Gintama ended before COVID.
Good for him.
Yeah. Good for him. There was a lot of those. There was a lot of that.
Gintama Man comes out to do a press release and he's just like, I've created a new shit post.
You know, I've read 10 volumes of Gintama and I could not tell you jack shit about what's happening in that series.
What's happening is
Seems like they're
cultured
doing
discussions
bits.
about the nature of who is worthy of being a father in DBZ.
They're doing jokes. They're doing jokes in that anime, as far as I
Did
can
you
tell.
guys see, I know you did, that they're going to make an anime out of Sekiro?
I
Shadows Die
told you
Twice.
this.
Yes.
Did you watch the trailer?
I
Yeah.
did not.
What do you think of the trailer?
I mean, I'll probably check it out.
Because I looked
Like-
at that trailer and I just went, I can't decide whether this is going to look great or is going to be shit.
Yeah, hence me
And
saying
that's
I'll check it out.
interesting.
Yeah, it's probably checkable.
It's using a pretty interesting art style, which comes off as kind of simplified in a lot of shots, but if it's really simplified, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe they intend to do a lot of cool animation.
We can only hope.
Maybe they don't intend to do any of that at all.
Yeah, maybe it's just
What
really
if-
like cheaply produced. Who knows?
What if they animate that guy that attacks you with a kite? Wouldn't that be funny?
They almost certainly will animate the screaming man who dives at you from a kite.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Nice.
funny?
Wouldn't that be funny? I don't know. I just
Also,
repeated that.
We're in the middle of this right now, but it is news and it is pertinent to probably anybody who would listen if they want to watch this. Every Demon Slayer anime episode and movie heads to YouTube for free starting August 16th. It will end August 9th, not 19th. What fucking day is this going to end? It just says it's going to last for 7 days. This is probably going to air August 20th. So you'll have 3 days from the time my voice reaches your ears to jam as much of this into your eyeballs as you can.
Do you have more news?
You'll be able
Sorry.
to find that on well, fuck me, it doesn't even say what YouTube channel it's on.
It's gonna be somewhere. Trust me, it'll be
It'll
out
be
there.
somewhere. Anyway, that's all the news I brought.
Did you see the Dandadan fiasco?
Oh yeah, they're having a problem with the
company
music rights management group for X Japan, are they not?
Well, it's not even just X Japan. It's freaking Yoshiki from like just making a stink on Twitter, and then I guess like. But what gets me is X Japan and the company in that Dandadan is being produced by are both owned by the same like label. So they're suing themselves.
What a bunch of stupid bullshit.
And like it was supposed to be like like I don't have a news article in front of me, so forgive me. I'm speaking off memory. There's like oh man, why am I blanking?
I don't know if it's going to rise to the level of lawsuit, but I did see that a couple of streaming services took down that clip.
Yeah, it's the song itself, because the song was put on like streaming services too. It's getting pulled, and like, but I remember what I was going to say. The song and band is supposed to be a tribute to X Japan. It's supposed to be like a flattering thing. It's supposed to be complimentary. I don't understand why Yoshiki over here is like, they named the band after my surname, my dad's name, who died by suicide. That's not cool. Like, yeah, dude, how are you warping that?
That's strange.
I think somebody got. I think this happens with rock stars every now and then. I think somebody got in his ear and said, "Yo, they're making fun of you. They're fucking with you."
Right.
That's because it happens with celebrities whenever they're introduced to like an homage from something they're just not familiar with. So it's a real shame. I hope everybody manages to settle the fuck down and shut up.
Yeah, like I hope this becomes like a non-event, but it's just the drama of it all. I'm just like, geez.
Damn.
But yeah. So Jojo, you said you had something for us to watch.
I have something to bring to the show. Thinking about it, it only just occurred to me that I really hope that I'm not ruining any Halloween plans for you with this one.
Oh shit.
I really hope that you weren't already meow.
Is it Nyaight? Is it Nyaight?
Is it Nyaight of the Living Cat?
Is it
perhaps?
yeah.
Yes, it's that one.
Well, I hadn't actually planned on using that, but for a split second, I thought you were picking something else. And I got very scared.
Okay, thank God. Meow. It's Nyaight of the Living Cat.
like yeah.
By the end of this, one of us is going to have a goddamn aneurysm trying to say this word.
Nyaneurysm.
Nyaneurysm.
I'm telling you, I'm not prepared to engage in this kind of cat-based humor right meow.
Sounds like you're
I fucking said it. I actually did say it.
Good
without
for you.
corpsing out.
He did the joke.
Corpse.
You never heard the term corpsing out?
I turn into corpse all the time.
That's when you can't finish your fucking joke because you start laughing at it.
Meowdy folks, welcome back.
So I guess I'll read this blurb because I don't get to read them that often.
Yeah, go for it.
Get to.
A virus spreads across the world, transforming all humankind into wild, slavering, furry beasts. Cats, to be precise. Those few survivors who remain human take refuge in the dark corners of the earth as they fight back against the feline horde. Kunagi, a man with no memory of his past yet a deep knowledge of cats, struggles to hold on with only his wits and will to survive. Yet the virus transmits merely through cuddles, and Kunagi finds kitties so hard to resist. Is his willpower strong enough to withstand this hair-raising catastrophe?
Get ready for a lot of that, folks.
There's
Um,
there's fewer puns in this show, but it does have a comedic angle, which I grew to appreciate. I wasn't on board initially. Um,
oh,
But yeah, for this one, we open on actually a relatively typical zombie horror scene, um,
mm-hmm.
in which a group of three survivors are deep in the bowels of a looks like a shopping center,
Yeah, maybe.
um, looks like a mall maybe, but and the power is off, and they are attempting to escape the horde, which is not that far behind them. Uh, And as they round the corner, they discover themselves at a dead end, and they wonder what to do. When a member of their group behind them says this way, and he throws himself bodily against a set of double doors and breaks breaks them open. But around this time, the sea of animals behind them is beginning to catch up, and it's cats, guys.
It's
You
just a
would
full-on stampede of cats. There's so many cats.
I'm gonna break this open fairly early. Would you think that a show that's based entirely around the idea of a cat zombie apocalypse should have good cats?
Or do you think that they should 3D model them and make them a little
Just
hard to look at?
a little
Just a
uncanny.
little strange to see.
They're
You
okay
know,
in some scenes, but I don't.
sometimes
Sometimes I don't know.
sometimes you look at them and you're like, why?
They're a little.
I don't
This goes hand in hand with a history of anime and manga artists having a I don't know, approximate knowledge of what animals look like.
They they know what the idea of a cat looks like. What if
Still,
Junji Ito had animated this? Junji Ito
Junji
Cat
Ito's
Diary style.
Junji Ito's cats were amazing, though. He did
That's why
very
I'm no,
well.
that's why I'm saying like
um,
imagine a stampede of cats running at you except they look like Yan and Moo.
they look like Jan. If they look like Moo, I'm just like, oh, look at you guys. If they look like Jan, I'm just like, oh,
It's just
hey
like, I
guys.
might actually die.
You're a little off-putting, but I'm willing to willing to entertain this idea. Um, so yeah, they are chased down a long hallway, and the larger member of their group actually trips up and he falls and he says, "Go on without me." And they say we couldn't possibly, but we see what happens when the cats catch up with somebody because they have him on the ground. They they are already nuzzling him, and he's just like, "Oh
It's
God,
like, all
oh
right,
God."
get it over with, you fuzzy little freaks. And they're
Uh,
just nuzzling him and licking him, and
Yeah, and one of them does force its head into his hand, and which slowly becomes the paw of an
yeah.
orange cat, and his goggles stay around its neck. So this is basically the conceit of this show, and initially it leads me to a thought, which I couldn't escape for the whole time, which is exactly how much fucking meat is on this narrative.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, listen, it's gonna be a gag anime, folks, and you're just gonna have to accept that it might get. It's probably very largely going to be silly. You
I
cannot watch this and take it very seriously, I
I
think.
know, but I'm just wondering, like, how many jokes can you get out of the subject?
I don't know. Well, it seems like they're gonna probably be doing flashback stuff too. So
Um,
I don't know. It's hard to say.
we'll talk about the
I mean,
flashback in a moment.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, they're forced to abandon him. It's a tearful event. And as they rush into another room, they're given a moment of respite, in which they lament the world that they live in now, because the man Kunagi loves cats, and he is starting to believe that this is some kind of personal hell for him.
He's like, we live in a world where cats are the enemy. We can't
I
cuddle
can't
them. We
even
can't pet
pet the
them.
cats.
Can't even squish
I
their
would.
adorable little
I
toe
w-
beans.
should I even be alive? Where are the dogs in this one?
The cats ate them.
Actually,
There were
from what I understand from biologists' projections about what would happen if humanity suddenly disappeared, uh, this show doesn't want to engage with the idea of what's going on with dogs right now, because I'll tell you, they're probably eating good. um, um,
Uh-oh.
so yeah, and they're interrupted while they search for food. They talk about what happened, the Nyandemic.
The Nyandemic. Patient zero.
Patient Zero was
There was
bred. It was a
he was
breeding
bred.
program to create this cat,
Yeah.
which had created a vector for a disease called the NN virus, which is born by cats and turns any human that touches them into a cat. It should also be remarked that this is a universe which had a 90% cat ownership rate, which, by the way, before we talk about any kind of apocalypse or of
Uh-huh.
any kind, this is an ecological fucking disaster.
Oh yeah, no, I
A
was going to say
necological.
a
There-
necological
a
disaster.
ecological
Okay,
disaster.
yes,
There are
fuck
no
off.
birds in this world.
No, I was gonna say, we're definitely gonna have to talk with some of the implications of what would happen if everyone turned into a cat. Because, guys, it would not be fucking pretty, actually.
I'm just thinking about, even before a virus, like a 90% cat ownership just leads to a world that doesn't have any birds in
Yeah, I mean,
it.
yeah, that's true too. Are they largely indoor cats? Because that'll be part of it.
I think the percentage of irresponsible people would just cause.
Yeah.
But
Like, even if 10% of your 90% cat ownership is
it's just
irresponsible.
relative. Hell, if it's just relatively responsible barn cat ownership,
Yeah,
then it's still a fucking
it's
problem.
still a problem.
But
Problem.
as they're discussing this, they hear a familiar noise, and they're just like, "I know that noise. What is that noise?" And it's just like, and they look to the windows and they see just a bunch of cats pawing at them. It's just like, oh,
Like, oh, they're
they're
so cute.
asking to be let in.
They want to let in.
I
We
have
can't.
to just look at this. It's locked. I have to let them in.
It almost gets him.
And the girl, Kaoru, fully socks him in the face.
She's like,
Um,
you can't. We
she's like, get
can't.
yourself fucking together. She's like, we have to survive, and he's just like, I have to survive. Uh, so they turn they continue exploring, and they hear another sound. They're just like, what is that sound? And it's the sound of a cat's paws, like pulling against the floor. And they look and they realize that there's a small hole in one of the walls, and there's a white cat with his arm fully through the hole. And they're just like, surely he can't get through that.
Our cat's liquid.
Surely.
And
Uh,
yeah, it does turn the biological fact of a cat's flexible spine into a horror movie scene.
It, they're very like scientific about it.
Hmm.
It's
they, the joke, they keep doing jokes where they're like, this is the edutainment part of this episode now.
Hmm. Well, it's just that the guy knows a lot of cat trivia.
Yeah. It's quite.
Uh,
It's funny. It's funny
so
enough.
I was raised on the common wisdom that a cat can fit anywhere its
That its
whiskers
head.
don't touch.
Yeah, that it's whiskers.
But yeah, this cat drags itself through, and they're just like, "Oh, we have to go. What if a second or even third cat entered the room?" And I don't know why that hit me hard, but I did chuckle. It's just like, what if there were three?
What if there were three of them? We might be done for.
Um, so yeah, they evacuate themselves into even deeper into the mall complex, and they manage to find a place where they don't think there's any cats, and they lock themselves in. And they're just like, what do we do? We're trapped like rats. I mean, they're cats after all. And he's just like, no, there may be a way if I have the strength. I don't know why they find a suit of like strange armor in this place.
It's like partially cat themed too.
It looks partially cat themed. It looks partially medieval. It also looks a little bit like Kevlar. It's a
Yeah, it's
very
like
strange getup. I don't know
almost
what
like
it's for.
riot gear of some sort.
I think this is it looked like it was supposed to be a sporting goods store because there was like kayaks and shit on the wall. But I think
Oh.
about that and the shit the Kaoru finds to keep because they're trying to prevent the cats from coming into contact with their skin. Uh, and she finds a fucking Hanya mask and wears it.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this in a sporting
Why
goods
is this here?
store?
Good question. The
But
sports that they have in the cat universe are insane, you guys.
strange shit to go to pick up at Academy Sports and Outdoors. It's just like, yeah, I gotta go there for my weight plates and my new bat and my fucking no theater get up. um, competitive no theater.
They have that in the cat universe.
They have that. Um, so yeah, and he fixates on these things. I actually know that these things work because I played a little bit of in competitive sports. These are water dispensers for
Oh,
for for like
for
for like
misting your
for like misting or just straight up watering kids playing like pee wee football and shit like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
that tracks.
they tend not to show them very much in the NFL, but they are sometimes used in which you can just take the wand and point it at some guy's mouth and dispense water into him,
Yeah.
should he be willing.
Oh gosh.
um,
What if he's
uh,
not?
sometimes
Oh
those things were
no.
filled with Gatorade whenever I was
Oh,
a kid, and
oh, that's messy.
one time I had so much of the red like watermelon Gatorade that I got very ill. And
Oh
I did
no.
throw up at the Pee Wee football game,
Oh
but
no.
and then
Oh
they made me
no.
sit down for the rest of the
Oh,
game. um,
oh,
because
that's.
because nobody wants to see a kid on the sidelines throwing up bright red
Oh God.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
This this is a crazy aside. I can't. What are we doing?
I was
Oh,
done. We
oh
were gonna move
man.
on. You didn't have to
Oh
call it out.
jeez.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah. So the terrible sacrifice he must make is to open the door and spray these cats with water. He's going to mist his way out.
Uh-huh.
And he's actively weeping while he does this.
Yeah.
And he explains why cats hate water, which is actually a little more than I knew about cats. I didn't know that cats were prone to just straight up absorbing more water than they shed, uh,
Mhm.
because they are descended from desert animals,
They
from
are
African
desert creatures.
wildcats. Uh, and so they have sort of an instinctual distaste for water because they don't want to get wet and freeze to death in the cold desert.
Yeah.
um, this fails to explain some house cat behaviors I've seen. There's some that like to swim. Um,
Yeah, every cat is different.
most animals is different. Um,
Mhm.
Most animals is different.
but uh, but yeah. So they missed their way out, and he's just like, I can't take it anymore. Let's run the opposite direction because he's actively weeping at how he's made the cats hate him.
He's so sad.
Um,
He couldn't even throw the cat because the cat did jump at him.
it did jump on his face, and he pulled it off, and he went, ah, and then he put it
And
down
he
gently.
tenderly set it onto the floor. He could have chucked that cat and it would have been fine.
Yeah, you can hurl them a little bit.
Yeah, what's
Not
the joke?
not
You can
far,
bowl a cat.
but don't do this to dogs. It's bad for them.
No, they're little old men.
They're not as flexible.
No.
But yeah, so they finally make their way out, and there is one perfect white Jeep in the parking lot. That they take the time to go over and make sure there's no cat sleeping in the engine compartment.
Checked all like the wheel well and stuff.
And yeah, they go to get in, except he hears a meow, and he turns, and there is one orange cat in the parking lot with a
And
pair
it's
of
their
goggles
friend.
hanging around its neck, and he just says,
Aw.
"Oh, Tanashi," and Tanashi says, "Meow," and he rolls over and shows him his stomach.
Oh, and you're just like, oh, you
He's just,
trust him.
yeah, he gets in the car, and he's just like even after he became a cat, he trusted us. He showed me his belly, and Kaoru is just like, he really was a nice guy.
Yeah.
And this is where the flashback is. The back half of this episode is eaten up by the flashback that shows some things. So this
Yeah.
gives us more insight into the character of Kunagi because we see him in a non-crisis situation.
Yes.
And I have a belief about the best way to describe him is, and I'll do it after his initial thing, because his initial thing is that he is found wandering with torn clothes and an empty bell in his hand. The bell has
Oh my god.
no clapper.
He's a cat that became a human.
He's a cat that became a man.
I was actually wondering if that was the case as well.
But
I didn't even think about that until just now.
But maybe you're right. But yeah, he is wandering, and he doesn't know his name. All he knows is that he instinctively understands cats as human companions and symbols of luck. As he's looking at them in this rainy alleyway, and he reaches out to one of them, and then he collapses. And you can actually see, you don't see her face, but you see Kaoru walking by. So presumably she discovers him because we
Yeah.
cut to the next place, to the next scene, and he is working with them at their cat cafe.
Does he have a big scar on his forehead?
He has a big scar on his head that reminds me of fucking Wilk from Golden Kamuy. It
Yes,
looks like Wilk's
actually.
scar.
Huh.
But here is where I will hit you with what I became aware of watching this character interact with the world. Is I just looked at him and I said, after a few scenes, I said, "This is Jonathan Joestar."
Oh my god.
He kind of even looks like Jonathan.
He's got a touch of it, doesn't he?
A little bit.
He's
and
he's
he
like a
definitely
huge man.
he's huge. He's so fucking earnest at all times. And I was initially kind of annoyed with his melodrama in the initial section, but he proved himself because he was feeding he fed the cats, and he speaks to animals like a man would rather than in baby talk, which
Yeah.
I always appreciate because this is
Mhm.
how I speak to animals. And he just says to a cat, he's just like, "No, you shouldn't have any more considering your weight and condition than 35 grams, and you've had yours today." And the
Yeah.
cat just went, and he just walks away.
Meow.
Uh, and there's a patron. There's a huge guy uh, who's holding a cat up, and he's just like, "Oh, come on, stop squirming. I'm not gonna hurt you." It's just like, quit squirming around so much. And he becomes enraged by this. He flash steps to him, and he just lifts the guy over his head.
Love this.
He-
It's like
and
how do you like to be
yeah, and Kaoru
lifted
is
by a strange man?
yeah, Kaoru is just like, "What are you doing?" It's just like, "I'm showing him what it's like to be lifted by a strange man." I was just like, you know what? You're all right. We have the same morals. Because
That's
he puts that guy down because
very funny.
Kaoru demands it, and she's like, you got to apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You apologize too." And the guy's just like, "No, I understand. I'm sorry." Because he wasn't a bad guy. He was just
No, he
too
was.
enthusiastic.
He was excited to see a cute little kitty cat, and I get it.
um, they talk for a bit. They talk about how Kunagi is being too painstaking and taking too long with his tasks.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Kaoru attempts to reverse psychology him into asking her what to do whenever he's confused in these situations by couching it as though she wants him to do her work, and he immediately flags it as, I see, you're obfuscating your actual intentions by pretending to be lazy and earnestly trying to attempt to teach me. That's very touching. You're so kind. And she's not. I would not describe her as a tsundere naturally. She's like a provoked tsundere.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
being so weird and so nice that she just reacts with immediate violence because
Yeah.
she's so off-put.
It's pretty cute. It's funny.
It's a good dynamic between the two. Don't know how that's going to shake out in an apocalypse.
Yeah.
um,
It seems like
but
they're doing okay so far.
But yeah, they hang out with her brother Gaku, and a regular who was Tanashi, who was with them before. Uh, and another guy a guy comes in, and it is remarked upon, and I just noticed that when they said it, it's like, why does everybody who come in here look so seedy? Because everybody who comes into
Yeah,
this place looks like Yakuza.
they do.
This guy, the guy who comes in is wearing a furry yellow jacket with no shirt and like blackout shades. And isn't he wearing like a bucket hat or something?
Something crazy like that. He looks like he's in a disguise, is what he looks like.
He's wearing slides and like white chinos. It's a very strange look.
The way he's talking too is like he's a regular and he's like talking to the cats like they're old acquaintances is very funny.
I couldn't tell if he had like a fucking Kansai accent either. But but yeah, he did speak to it a certain degree like a gangster. I was just like, yeah, you're right. Why are they? You're attracting a strange crowd at this cat cafe. But yeah, they talked to him for a moment, and he's just like, yeah, I'll have the usual. Hey, new guy, can I get some cat treats? I saw some cats on the way, and they were cute. I thought about stopping to play with them, but had my heart set on this place. And as he's hanging out with all the cats, and all the cats love him. Um,
Mhm.
uh, the guy hands him Kunagi hands him a bag of treats, uh, and he shakes them out into his hand. And then we cut behind him, and realize that he has decided to eat them instead because he's
He's
starting
Yeah.
to
chowing
grow
down.
fangs.
Yep.
And he is patient zero. He is cat zero. And they just witness this, and Kanagi's first thought is just like, is this a power humans can have?
Can people do this?
Chad, is this real?
Everyone else in the store is like, no, something is terribly wrong.
I appreciate this first guy because what do you think if you see this happen once? You're just like, are you like a fucking skin changer?
Yeah,
With the
no,
Navajo right? Are we fucked?
yeah, no, I for sure wouldn't have immediately jumped to
I wouldn't have
uh
thought cat plague. I would just be
cat
like, that's some
plague.
kind of fucking wizard. We have to run
Yeah. Yeah, we have to leave, but for
for
completely different
different
reasons.
scarier reasons. Um, but yeah, and you see the other cats like brush up against him, and like a ripple go through their fur, and it's just like, the disease is spreading.
Uh-oh.
Uh, and yeah, they turned the guy from earlier who was holding the squirming cat, and and the remaining people are just like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And they see people in the streets because there's scenes of people being chased through like the big fucking three-way crossing in Shinjuku
Yeah.
by hordes of
Yes.
cats.
There's cats literally falling from the sky. I
There's
guess they're
cats
just
falling from
jumping
the
out of
sky,
buildings and stuff. I
jumping out of
don't know.
windows. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
But yeah,
They're everywhere.
The rest of this episode is basically a rolling chase scene, except for when they're running through the alleyways. Like Gaku is leading them, and he's just like, "It's my responsibility to look out for you people. Like we will come back for the cats later, but we have to leave them for now."
Yeah.
um, and yeah, he leads them down some side streets, and as he's following behind Kunagi, he sees the bell. Kunagi has been tying up his hair in a little ponytail with the bell in it, and as it moves around, and he is compelled to swipe at it. And he's just like, "What are you doing?" It's just like I saw the bell in your hair, and my hand moved on its own. I think I've been infected as well.
And then he
And
immediately starts to catify.
yeah, the last scene of the episode is his pupils changing from circle to to slits. And then there's a post credit scene, which I actually forget.
It's fluff. No pun intended. Of they're back. They're back in the cat cafe and they're petting the cat. And it's like there's some areas of a cat that you just shouldn't pet.
And they're just like,
And
well, that's different from cat to cat.
which I feel like things or like media rarely acknowledges. Every
It,
single thing is just like never touch a cat's belly, and it's
it's just
like
like some cats
some
like it.
cats are okay with it.
My old cat Lucy was neutral on belly rubs and loved having her tail pulled. My current cat Jethro does likes belly rubs sometimes, but
Uh-huh.
not others,
Yeah.
and is neutral on tail pulling.
My cat Bree, she'll accept a belly pet, but sometimes she thinks you're playing and she will
But
get you.
sometimes,
Sometimes she'll get you, but not because she's mad, but because she thinks she's playing.
because yeah, it's a game. So what do
Um,
we think
so
of
I have to
Nyaight?
I have a
Nyaight
cat.
of the living cat. We have to talk about the implications of what would happen if everyone in the world was turned into cats. Because what are they eating for one
They would
thing?
be eating each other. They would be eating. They would be eaten by dogs. There'd be some
Yeah.
fat fucking hounds out there. Because I
um.
tell you, once the pedigree train stops for like the Lacey dogs at the ranch, they're
Uh-huh.
gonna be eating the neighborhood cats.
Do you think this is a world where there's a lot less dogs because everyone has cats?
Maybe, but I don't know. I can't really imagine such a world.
Do you think that the cats are overwhelming the dogs in any sense?
This is
What
this is
wildlife is
ecological.
left?
This is ecologically unlikely. However, I will say that this is almost directly going to lead to the extinction of almost all songbirds and ground rodents.
Yes.
Rabbits
A lot of
gone.
lizards, many
Lizards.
Lizards,
insects.
small
Well,
snakes,
insects would probably
frogs.
be okay mostly. Um, do you think there's places in the world where the cat apocalypse does not happen? There's researchers
Um,
in like Antarctica, for instance. Like, there's no cats
the
down there.
the Antarctic and the various Arctic locales are probably safe. There are some islands that don't have any natural cat presence.
Like this is the thing about a cat apocalypse is like whereas a zombie apocalypse zombies are like disintegrating and they don't fucking care if they're disintegrating.
Hmm.
Cats have some self-preservation. There's places that they're not going to
And
necessarily
they have
go.
biological needs. They must
Yes,
find food for
I
themselves.
guarantee you, you're
exactly.
thinking about it more than the people who made this.
I
Yes,
know I am, and that's part of the
and that's
fun.
what we do here.
That's what we do. Where would you guys go to escape the cat
To escape the
apocalypses?
cat apocalypse, I don't know.
We gonna have a houseboat?
Gonna have a house. Yeah, any kind of boat situation is probably good. Although there are occasional
There are
aquatic cats.
like boat cats. That's true. Oh god, they're evolving. We don't stand a
There are
chance.
naval cats. Um, I think I think wetlands is probably a good choice.
That's a good pick. I
Although
think.
you're going to have to contest with the local reptiles.
Yeah, I think my pick would have to be somewhere cold.
Um, anywhere with a large presence of owls.
Oh no! Oh man, that's
Some fat ass
say.
birds.
Yeah, I was gonna say birds are extinct, but birds of prey are
Except
doing
for birds
fucking
of prey.
great. They're doing awesome in this universe.
So what
Oh
in
man.
general? What in general
Oh,
did
what
we
in
think?
general? We already talked about the 3D cats. They're a little uncanny sometimes.
Mhm.
I didn't. Overall, it was aesthetically, it was fine. Nothing like to write home about in terms of the animation, but it was like fine.
I
Uh,
appreciate the bespoke, like scream core cat
yeah, the
music.
Scream Core cat music. I liked that.
I
The
don't know the
intro
exact
was cat
subgenre
themed
that you
too.
would call that, but yeah, it reminds me of screamo with Japanese cat based lyrics.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Part of the lyrics were just. I'm pretty sure Nyaight of the Living
Yeah,
Cat.
well, yeah, just
Like
cat
that's what they were
onomatopoeia.
saying.
But
Yeah.
now they use it as a leitmotif later while they're being chased and shit. You just
Yes.
hear like yeah,
Nyaight.
yeah.
Nyaight.
Um, I warmed up to Kunagi once I realized what kind of character he was.
Yeah.
He's a fucking Kiryu. It's very
He
funny.
is. He's funny. He's good.
Uh,
Um.
but I don't know if I'll come back to this because I feel like it's going to run out of gas quickly.
Yeah. I could see myself watching this entirely for the love of the feline, as it were.
Hmm.
Because I like cats. I could see myself pulling out more of this just for that factor, but it's like so in terms of
If it
what I
was
think
on,
they
I think I
could.
don't. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's
Is,
fair.
is this one a beer and
Um.
pretzels anime that you would
It
watch with
could be.
friends?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that's our official rating out of 10 is
Yep.
Um,
Like it's fun. The concept is funny, but yeah, I don't really know how far they can go with it.
This could have almost been like a movie. That might have been a little
Yeah.
better as a concept,
um,
but I don't know. Maybe
anyway,
they'll do something.
if you have to contact us right meow, you can do so at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is the word, not the number. Um, Tweet. I don't have any jokes. I don't have any puns. We're on Twitter. We're on Blue Sky. Come talk with us. Come communicate. We're
The
normal and
advent
we
of
will
Blue
not.
Sky is a perfect opportunity to interact with us, the podcast hosts.
Pause. Cat. Oh god, I can't
Do
do
you
it.
require a pause to think of more jokes?
uh, this is like the tail end of the
This
episode,
has
right?
been this has been
No. Yeah.
fantastic. Good night.
Good night.